Cayden Primeau in very limited action for the Montreal Canadiens. Pretty decent result against the New York Rangers despite the loss, but kind of hung out to dry against the Pittsburgh Penguins last week. With Jake Allen, looks as if he's going to be closer to returning. Cayden Primeau back to the American Hockey League. Is that the right call? Should he be getting more NHL minutes? Should he be getting more seasoning in the American Hockey League? What say you guys?
I think it was the right call. If Primeau had played better when he was up here, I think it would have been the wrong call. But he had one good game. He had one bad game. He still looked a little bit uncertain of himself that second game. So I think it was the right move to send him down. Having said that, if he had played well the 2 games, I would have kept him here. And I would have said Montembeault down, because I think Primeau is the so-called goalie of the future. And this is the best opportunity, or a great opportunity they have to see what he can do when the season's basically over and winning or losing isn't really that important, and losses will help the Canadiens more when it comes to the draft. And Jake Allen has shown at the end of last season and again this season, he can't really handle that number 1 load, playing 13 out of 15 games or whatever. It's too much for him to handle at this point of his career. So if Primeau had played better, I would have kept him and either split the games 50-50 or have Allen play 2 and then Primeau play 1 and give him that experience and that taste of the NHL without the pressure of a playoff race or whatever. And then you can afford to leave him. And I was happy that they pulled him after he let in, I think it was the 5 goals or whatever, because just the confidence is a big thing with a goalie. But if he had played better, I would have kept him here. And I would have started using him and Allen together, because Allen is not the future of goaltending in Montreal, and Primeau, they hope, is. And this is a golden opportunity to give Primeau a chance to gain NHL experience without the pressure of a playoff race or that, and also for the Kings to give a chance to watch him and say, is he our goalie of the future, or do we have to start looking elsewhere?
I think he just needed a little bit more time. It's not an easy situation to come in when the team is not playing well. You did not have the best season the year before when you were given some opportunities. So for him, I wasn't surprised by this move at all. And Samuel Montembeault is not a goaltender of the future with this franchise. So for them, if he goes out there and doesn't have the best kind of performance, so far he's been playing better, but say if he starts to play the way he was before, the pressure is not the same. If Cayden Primeau is there, he's not playing well, then there's a lot of questions. What's the goaltender of the future? Who's the goaltender of the future for this team? We've heard it's Cayden Primeau for years, but look, he's clearly not up to par in the NHL. So I think it's better that they sent him back down to Laval to just kind of keep him doing his own thing instead of having him up with the Canadiens this year.
Yeah, I think it's the right move sending him to Laval. Let him play as much as they can play him. Let him develop all his skills. And listen, you talk about confidence. You bring him up and him have experience in an extended stay in front of the Montreal Canadiens team. His confidence is going to be shot, because it's just a matter of time before he's going, oh boy, what have we got here tonight? Because, all of the goalies have been challenged with point blank, real bad defensive lapses, and I don't think that's going to help a young goalie's confidence when you're getting the opportunities the opposition is getting. So go to the farm club, continue to play lots, develop your skills, and then with time he has the potential to come back up, and hopefully the team will be playing better, and we'll be able to get a better read on just what exactly he's able to do for the Canadiens moving forward.
You got to remember also, Cayden Primeau was a 7th round draft pick. There's reasons why he was a 7th round draft pick. So that's why when they're saying the goalie of the future, you have to, is he really the goalie of the future, or is he the goalie that was a 7th round draft pick for reasons that he was a 7th round draft pick? He played well after that, and he was the goalie of the year in the NCAA after the Canadiens drafted him. But there obviously were holes and weaknesses in his game, which are why he was a 7th round pick. So as I said, this season right now to me should be all about the future, because they're going nowhere. And this is a good opportunity to find out if indeed, as I mentioned earlier, Cayden Primeau is the goalie of the future.
Let us know in the comments section if you think it was the right call to have Cayden Primeau back in the American Hockey League. Subscribe to the YouTube page, subscribe to the Hockey Inside Out newsletter, and visit hockeyinsideout.com for full episodes.